Welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with Scott and Andy.
Good evening and welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with me, Scott MacArthur.
And me, Andy Muir.
Oh, I like that. That was quite good, that, mate. You had a good vibe going on there. How are you?
Not bad.
Good.
How's yourself?
I'm a bit hyper. I haven't had a drink, and I'm drinking ginger beer and fizzy water, which is very odd. But anyway, I'm all right. Thanks. This could go really badly tonight. I can feel it in my water. I've got one of these feelings. I'm definitely in the mood. So welcome to the show, everybody. We've got what we've got this week. We've got some good music that isn't for the hairy chesters this week, but it's still good. I hope you enjoy it at the end of the show. We've got some Apollo memory videos on replay, ones that we haven't seen for a while, which I'm looking forward to seeing myself again, because I've only seen one of them once myself. So that's quite good. Otherwise, we're doing what we normally do. We're going to go through some of the gigs that happened this week in history and have a chat about what's been happening on the socials. What have you been listening to this week, mate?
Nothing new, mate.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. Oh, maybe listen to some.
Oh God,
some Genesis type band.
Oh, so don't you start, you cheeky wee bastard.
Hey, well, you'll get us caught off by that time. That'll be explicit language.
Yes, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. Yeah. Well, the new Marillion album came out today, and it's my birthday today, so I was quite happy last night to listen to that.
I listened to it. You want to know my thoughts?
What did you think of it? Boots is saying au revoir already.
Well done, Boots.
Excellent.
I thought, mate, Boots, you should give it a listen.
Is there no beginning to your sense of humour, Boots? I'll tell you.
Oh, mate.
What did you think of it?
Words can't describe what I thought of it, mate.
Excellent. That's good. It blew you away then. Yeah.
No. You can take that either way.
You definitely
I
could.
thought it was not bad. Quite like Kate Bush.
Huh?
Yeah. Kate
Really?
Bush. Yeah.
Did you think so?
And the Blue Nile.
All right, I know that. I get the Blue Nile. There's definitely Blue Nile.
And Peter Gabriel.
Talk.
And Peter Gabriel.
A wee bit. A bit of David Bowie in it as well. I think the voice is there's some
very
Bowie.
Much David.
Isn't there?
He's got a bit of.
Aye.
Maybe foul.
Anyway, it was very good.
David Bowie. He was doing all that. He does do that.
I can't do it, man. Come on.
He does a bit of that.
He does do it. He does it. Since he's got a bit older, he each does do a bit of that. Anyway, it's been good. So the other thing that happened this week, that came out, and it's well presented, and I'm delighted that it's out. So,
yeah,
good. And I've been listening to Arena, who are quite an interesting prog band,
right?
And I got a ticket for them. A colour ticket with a photograph on it.
No way.
Honestly, I should have brought it up. I maybe got it during the break.
That's unusual.
That's very unusual.
Send you one on the phone.
Yeah, one of these days we should have a chat about tickets, because the Apollo tickets weren't particularly spectacular, but they were better than some of the crap you get nowadays. You know, the ones they send you.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. Print this out. Print this out, and we'll charge you for the pleasure. We'll charge you for the pleasure of printing your own ticket.
Yeah. So we got. I had an email this morning. It flooded in. I tell you, it came flying in, mate, from one of the guys from the band Helix. Remember them?
Was there a lady singer in Helix?
No, Germans. I think they were Germans.
Them Germans. Yeah. Okay. Who did they support?
Kiss. On the Not the Bon Jovi tour, I think. And he said, I can't remember anything about the Glasgow Apollo, but I'll come on anyway. That was brilliant. So yeah, we'll get him on and we can all beat him up. But
just asking. No, mate, come on.
Nah,
were you hammered for that tour?
Yeah. Someone's saying it's frozen. Could you check the Facebook? It's not frozen. I've got it there. Look, it's playing fine.
Okay.
That's
It's
about
playing
weird.
fine for me. Yeah.
Boots, do a refresh, mate. So anyway, let's just say hello to everybody that's in tonight. Now, remember, if you're new, and there's been a lot of new people again this week, please put your name and where you're tuning in from in the chat. That would be brilliant. So Doug's here. Hi, Doug. How you doing? Derek's here. The Prof's here. Hello, Prof. Raymond's here. Cheers, mate. Why are you not in the pub? Ian Bamford's here. Ian, more of you later. Tony Robbins is here. Tony Robbins here. Hello, Scott and Andy and good music lovers.
Tony Robbins is here.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it, Tony. I'm sure you've heard that a million times. I'm in a mood. I really am in a mood. Cheryl's here.
He's going to be all smiley and
hi.
Positive.
Yeah, give me 3,000 quid and I'll take it. Yeah. Anyway, Cheryl Duncan. Hello. Good evening, guys. Yeah, good evening to you, Cheryl. Lovely to see you. Mac is here. Mac, we're having more of you later as well, mate. Good to see you. Boots is here. Well, Boots was here, but he's fucked off because he heard me talking about Marillion again. Not to worry. Facebook user now. Facebook user. There's a few of them. Look at these Facebook users. Look, including Boots.
Oh, yeah.
If you go into the Facebook group, go to the top, there's a wee thing that I've done it again. I deleted it, didn't I? And I forgot. Hang on, I know where to get it. But at the top of the Facebook group, there's the thing I say the show's on in an hour, and there's a wee link there. Can you remember it, Andy? I can't remember it. You really know it, but now I've got it. Right. Where's the best place to put it? In the chat, I guess.
Someone's off to YouTube. Anyway, mate, the sooner we get to Twitch, the better.
It is. Now we won't. Yeah. There's the link. Right. Click that, and your name will start appearing on the screen. So that'd be brilliant. Facebook freezing this end off to what YouTube. Right. Okay. Facebook's definitely. Thing is, we haven't infringed anything yet, so it can only get worse. So anyway. So as ever, we'll start by having a wee look, putting Andy on the spot, and see if he can remember anything about any of the bands that played this week.
I can't remember anything about it.
There's some well dodgy stuff this week. Hang on, move you over there. There you go.
I love that tune.
It is a good tune.
Right.
Ta-da! There you go.
Ta-da. Rory Gallagher and Green Slade played March the 2nd, 1973, 49 years ago, and I can still hear myself through the mic there, mate.
Well, Green Slade is the Garden version of Slade.
They were the Eco.
The Eco Slade. They sing about trees, did they? I mean, I've obviously heard the Green Slade, but I don't know who they are at all.
Of course, they sang about trees.
All right, okay, good.
Right.
That's
quite a good joke for you, mate.
Excellent. I'll need to text Samantha and let her know. Andy thought it was a joke, yeah.
Write that down. David Soul. Well, that Rory Gallagher gig would have been a belter because
I wish I
he would have played some cracking shows. Sorry, I was only 7. Sorry, I was only 6. 6. So I didn't get to that show. Even though I was less than a mile away, I probably would have enjoyed it. Should have just opened the window and I would have heard it.
Probably. There's the hairy boys there. Look, are any of them famous?
Who?
Green Slade. I don't reckon. They all look like 70s hippies rockers to me.
Mate, they're having a great time.
I probably got a Guinness t-shirt right off that boy there with the moustache. Oh, they've all got moustache.
Well, like there's Barry in the second from the right with the sideburns.
Yes.
Barry, was this your first career here?
Oh, was this you in a band, mate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Put that back up, mate, please.
Okay, hang on. I got it. There you go.
Have you? All right, okay. Look at the lapels on that guy's jacket.
They're quite serious. They poke your eye if you get too close.
No, that guy with the sheep. He's got half a sheep on his shoulders.
So yes.
What is that jacket? Denim and leather?
Sheepskin. Have you ever had a sheepskin jacket?
No.
Never. Have you ever had one of those heavy sort of sheep? What they call wool?
Heavy sheep? No, I've never had a heavy sheep.
You know those white wool jumpers that smell of sheep? You know the ones all the folk guys wear?
Aaron Sweater.
That's the ones. No, the ones, the ones, the big white ones. I can't remember what they're called. The smell of sheep, they're stinking, but all these folkies wear them.
Is that not an Aaron Sweater?
It could be, mate. I have no idea. I mean, it's a Ralph
Cable
McTell.
knit.
That's the one.
Anyway,
no, right. Anyway, sorry.
We're digressing.
Back to the programme.
That's fair. David Soul played March the 4th, 1974. Now, I think I said that on the post I did. I think this was his first gig ever and his first gig at the Apollo. And I would have been putting my pants about it. I think it went okay, didn't it?
Well, it's meant to be the most violent gig ever at the Apollo.
Aye, but that's pretty good for him.
Oh, I guess it would be. I bet
yeah.
it scared the shit out of him, though. I can imagine it would be. But
he was probably happy he was up 150 feet off the.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's happy he's up on the stage.
He was very handsome, wasn't he? He was very handsome.
I don't know.
There's a picture.
Is it? All right, okay. I can't really tell, handsome or not. Looks like a bloke to me.
Oh God.
What?
I would love to see some photographs of that show, because the rumor has it. Well, I think it's a rumor. The girls basically took out the chairs, just wrecked the whole place. It was a bit you know, like Status Quo.
He wasn't known for singing, apart from, what was it?
He wasn't known for singing at all. He was bloody awful, but he was quite successful though. Yeah.
Scott, who's that? Scott and Andy. Oh, it's Boots. Scott and Andy talking fashion.
Well, we're going to.
We are. We're talking.
You've either got it or you don't, mate. I'm sorry. You've either got it or you don't. We clearly don't, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
Hey, that never stopped anyone.
No, exactly.
Talking about anything. Right. So Rangers Football Club. They played. I was going to say Rangers FC Supporters Association played. Had a conference there, a big rally. I don't know what that was like, but it was.
Guest speaker Derek Johnson.
Guest speaker Derek Johnson. Nice.
I mean, he was a big lump, but he was still played in 1974.
Yeah, a big lump. He's a big unit. Yeah, I like how they've got. It's a Celtic game.
Well,
of course, it's a Celtic game and it's a goal. Yes, but I got this from a lady called. Her name is Shirley MacLaine.
Oh,
I don't think it's that Shirley MacLaine, and she was part of a duo with her sister called the MacLaine Sisters, and they had just signed to the BBC for some reason. I don't know what the BBC were doing, signing people, maybe as entertainers. And she said, we were asked to sing at this rally and sang a special version of the hit Viva España, encompassing all the names of the 1975 Rangers team. So she sent us that, and she's possibly going to send us some more information. So that was nice. Yeah, I wonder if any of our esteemed viewers.
Well, you've got the professor saying, look, the professor knows something, but I mean, I bet he was there. Were you there, Derek?
Derek Johnson was 20 in 1974.
Yeah. Good grief.
Oh, well. Derek Johnson scoring against Celtic on the cover. See, I didn't recognise him because I only know him from I know him a wee bit from his playing days when he was a bit more well built.
He was a big boy. I remember he had a good head in him. I remember. What was it? 1978. I hadn't quite got over my Rangers phase by that stage, and I went to Ibrox to see them playing Valencia.
Right.
And I think they'd drawn. If there's Rangers fans out there, forgive me if I get this wrong, but I think it was they'd gone. It was the semi-final or the quarter-final of one of the European Championship. The European Cup Winners' Cup or something, or European Cup. And I was there with Graham Potter. And Rangers had gone over to Valencia's place and drawn one each. At the time, Valencia were the best side in Europe. They were a very good side. And I remember sitting on the wooden benches they used to have in the football grounds. Everybody sat shoulder to shoulder like this. Yeah. And I remember they were passing bottles of Bucky in brown bags up and down. I was like, what age was I then? And I'd be 10, 11. And it got to me and I had to be swigging. I felt sick, passed it on the next guy. Anyway, the point of the story was there was a big guy playing for Valencia called Mario Kempes, who basically won the World Cup in 1978 on his own. He was absolutely astonishing. And my memory of him was scoring a hat trick. And the first goal, I don't think he did score a hat trick, but I remember him scoring a hat trick. But I remember him, he scored a goal from halfway with his head, in my head. He didn't, but that's what I remember. And then I remember him standing in front of the Rangers fans, and he was about 17 feet tall, and he was a big guy with hair down his backside. And he absolutely destroyed Rangers. And I remember the Rangers fans going absolutely mental at him. But my memory again was he just stood there with his chest puffed out and the bottles were bouncing off his chest.
Right.
I remember that. And never went back to Ibrox as a Rangers fan after that day because I was scared. But I was only a bairn. But that's why, honestly, I've been dragged up a Rangers fan.
See the Buckfast in the bottle.
Aye.
In the brown paper, Buckfast in the bottle, but in a brown paper bag. Did it have people's initials on it so that you'd know whose bottle it was?
Oh, I don't know.
Big Jim.
Need to write a story about this sometime because Buckfast is definitely a historical, a Scottish cultural icon.
It's certainly something. Right, let's get back to this.
Anyway, that's my Glasgow Rangers story. I don't have many of them. Definitely one of them.
Slick. Well, I've only went to Ibrox a couple of times actually. Slick played February. My head's all Ibrox now.
Quick, get a drink. Get in
the game. Slick played February 27th, 1976. They were of Unicorn Leisure fame, so they probably played there a fair bit. Would that be them when they're coming up with their big hit singles? Was it Ashes to Ashes? Ashes to Ashes, Dust to Dust.
No idea.
That's all I remember. Wee Midge singing that with the baseball gear on. Probably got it from West End Misfits. Robin Trower and John Miles played Saturday, the 28th of February, 1976. Had a listen to some Robin Trower this week. As you know, I do like him. He's great. Yeah. Well, I do like him and I do like Jimmy Dure, the singer. John Miles is good too.
Describe Robin Trower's music to me. I mean, I can know what it sounds like.
Well, he gets a bit of a bad rap for being a bit of a Hendrix clone, but
right, okay.
I think he went. He
Don't tell me he made one album that sounded like Hendrix, then he made 35 albums that sounded ambient, and he still gets accused of sounding like Hendrix. Not like that, surely.
No. He made one album that sort of had a Hendrixy sound. Oh, he made a few albums that's got a Hendrixy sort of wah sort of, and well, he was in Procol Harum and everything, so
yes,
he's not a slouch on the guitar. He's really good. He's really good guitars, good songs. Yeah. I like him. He's good songs, but I do like the singer. Who
was that again, mate? Who was that?
Jimmy Dure.
Right. Yes, it's good singer.
Stone the Crows. That's the one. He also had another guy, so I'll get to him in a wee while. So that was that. That was that. Of course, it was that. T-Rex played March the 1st, 1976. That would have been a good gig for the Teeny Boppers.
Yeah.
You're right. Bridge of Sighs is a great album. Yeah, it is a great album. That's Boots talking about that. Yeah. Black Sabbath and Nuts. The ever supporting Nuts.
Yeah.
supported Nuts. February, that was March the 2nd, 1977. I had to listen to Technical Ecstasy, which was the album from this tour. It's not the best Sabbath album because it's a song where Ozzy's not even singing.
Yeah,
some other guy singing. I think it's a drummer. I don't know who's singing, but
I think
it's not Ozzy.
I don't know. That was one of the first Sabbath albums I ever got, and
right,
I actually quite liked it. You know, that Never Say Die is a good song.
Is that on that album?
I
Or
think
is that
so.
on the album Never Say Die?
Oh, I don't care. I'm not a Sabbath.
Technical ecstasies.
Aye, but is that not on that? Don't you ever never say that? Is that not on technical? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about as usual. But
Never Say Die.
yeah, is that an
It's
album?
on.
Is it? Is it? All right. Okay, I'm talking rubbish again. Sorry.
Yeah, you're mince. Mince.
It's fine.
Pretty sure that's mince.
That's fine.
You're fine. Steel Eye Span played February 26, 1978. My dad says there's no sound, but how's he going to hear me saying there's no sound?
Hang on, I'll see if I can get him to reload it.
They played February the 26th, 1978. Steel Eye Span. Eddie and Hot Rods, Squeeze, the Radio Stars played March the 4th, 1978. 44 years today. 44 years. Yes, 44 years today. Eddie and the Hot Rods, Squeeze, and the Radio Stars. I saw someone saying the Radio Stars were the best support act ever.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen some good support acts, so it's all a matter of opinion, mate. Darts headlined Wednesday, February the 28th, 1979. I was going to say I need to get into darts, but
No,
I don't need to. No, I'm not going to.
Awful.
Pardon me. They're not awful. They're just.
Oh, there were one of these. No.
They weren't the doo-wops, were they?
They do all that sort of dancing about and pouncing about together. Blech. I just don't like it at all.
Right, okay. Darts.
Yeah.
Did they do Under the Moon of Love?
Yeah. Under the Moon of Love.
Was that them? All right, man. I remembered that.
Yeah.
Top of the Pops has got a lot to answer for.
Too right.
Joan Armatrading and George Duke. I meant to look up George Duke, but
George Duke.
They played Friday, March the 2nd, March the 2nd, 1979. Yeah, there's one of it. Pete there agreeing that darts had some good songs, but were they their own songs?
Right,
They did good versions of other songs. Peter Gabriel played 2 nights, February the 27th, February 29th. I don't know why there's a gap of 1 day, so I don't know why that's there.
That's George Duke, by the way. He looks cool.
He does look cool.
He looks very cool. That's a good photograph. So that's George Duke.
He's got a almost keytar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see them very often.
You don't. No. I was in a band with a guy who played a keytar.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite good. It's just like a lead guitar, keytar, I guess. It's just to give a keyboard player something to do. Some spotlight because he can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy for Dream Theatre's got one, but he fiddles about. He does noodles on it. He does noodles.
Yeah. It's like a lead guitar. Yeah, it's good. It looks good. So the support was Random Hold. I meant to listen to Random Hold. Sorry, Random Hold. But I listened to Peter Gabriel album for that. It was a Melt, I think he was, or Peter Gabriel 3, I think it was, which is now called Melt, I think.
Good album.
Yeah, good album. Some great songs on there.
Sounds a bit like Marillion, though.
Yeah, well, hopefully you don't play Intruder this week.
No.
Because the last time you played it, I
remember. That was terrible. I feel sorry. I feel really bad about that because
it's a bad idea. Just
it
would have been spectacular if you were there. Listening to a bootleg 42 years later, it didn't quite match the same imperial majesty as what it would have done if you were there.
No. Good description, mate. Good description. Well done. Yeah.
And I think he walked through the crowd.
He did. Famously.
Yeah. When he said he climbed onto the stage, I was thinking, did he have a wee ladder there for him?
I think he might have needed it. Who else would I can see one of those, one of those sort of Guns and Avalon type things.
Yeah.
You can
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Climbing up while beating a drum. Gillan and the Edgar Broughton Band played Tuesday, March the 4th, 1980. I saw someone saying that Edgar Broughton was not great.
Really?
So he might have been having a bad night. Who knows? But Gillan probably would have been. shrieking like a banshee.
He'd be great. He was great back then.
Banshee shriek, or did he wail? Anyway.
Pete over on YouTube saying, you get a punty. Remember that? A punty up.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
A boost.
A boost.
A
Gosh.
boost. A punty, yes.
Yeah. I've had that for a long time.
Yeah. And then he dreeped down off the stage. Tell someone in America what a dreep is, and they're like,
A
what?
dreep.
I don't know how to do that. What do you mean?
Do you remember the dreep? I know you were at a funny school, weren't you? Primary school. But the primary school I went to.
School.
Aye. I remember there was a rite of passage.
Not your school, you mean?
Aye, a funny school.
Right.
I better not tell my alien
dreepy.
story on here. I'll get in trouble. But I remember there was a rite of passage at Carluke Primary where there was a wall,
Yes.
and you had to get dreep off the wall into the well green. You know the well green? Remember that? in
Yes,
Carluke?
I remember the well green.
I don't think I've even done it to this day. Never mind back when I was a kid. I used to scare the shit
It's
out of
about
me.
2 foot. It's about 2 foot tall now.
It's only about your height. But yeah. Anyway, sorry, I interrupt again. I'm definitely not interrupted
That's
tonight.
fine.
There you go.
That's
Keep going,
fine.
mate. Keep going. Keep going.
That's what we're here for. That's what
A
we're
dreep.
paying for. The interruptions. Gamma and Praying Mantis. But I saw that it was another band called the V, start with a V. Forgotten. Someone will
Barbus.
tell me.
Barbus.
Vardis, but I don't know why I've got Praying Mantis, but maybe there was some mix up. But I listened to Gamma.
Good band.
Mate, I'm going to have to listen to some more. I listened to 2 albums yesterday.
It's Ronnie
Brilliant.
Montrose. He's brilliant.
But it's a guy, a Scottish singer called Davy Pattison,
Patterson. Yeah.
who is, oh mate, I was sitting going, oh, this guy sounds great. And he's got Paul Rogers, Frankie Miller,
Oh.
Jimmy Dure type vibe about it. You know I like that kind of stuff. So.
Aye.
And then I was talking to Derek about Gamma last night, and he goes, he sounds a bit like Jimmy Dure, a high version of Jimmy Dure. And then he goes, oh yeah, he did sing with Robin Trower later on.
Oh, did he? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to have to investigate the later
Yeah.
Robin Trower albums. But yeah, great singer, good songs, songs. It was, it was a bit of a wake up after the Marlene album to listen to some Gamma.
Yes. No, that's quite enough. Yeah. Praying Mantis.
Something with tunes.
Hi. Yes. Well, let's not go there. Melodies in the ear of the beholder.
Why is Pete saying Frankie Miller R.I.P.? Frankie Miller's not dead.
Oh, has he died? Has he?
Frankie Miller's not dead. Frankie Miller's not dead, mate.
Oh, I don't think he was.
He just had he had a brain aneurysm, and he's still alive.
Still alive, I think.
Yeah. Well, I haven't. No.
Unless he's died
in the last 10 minutes.
Aye. Yeah.
No, and we don't want that.
No, we're not having Frankie Miller being dead. It's not on.
No, that doesn't happen.
Not allowed.
Yeah. What were you saying about Praying Mantis?
Aye, Praying Mantis. That's someone else we're hoping to have on the show.
Yeah.
We've written to them, and they've said, not to us, but they've said they're going to come on. And,
they said to our management?
Sorry, no, we sent it directly to the.
But they've sent it to our management, and
right. It's between them. Their people are speaking to our people.
All right, okay.
And
those folk.
But I tell you what, though, I listened to the Praying Mantis' last 2 or 3 albums. Bloody hell!
Right.
Because I didn't particularly like them back in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
But they're very good at the moment. They've got a really good outfit at the moment. Really good. So
I'll have a listen.
Have a listen,
yeah. And the next gig was a sort of, what was it? Sort of
label type
festival. I don't think it was a label. I think they're all on different labels. But the Gathering of the Clans was a bit of a punk convention.
Yes.
Punk. What would you call it? It's not a convention.
To be a spit of punk, or a Gregor of punk or something.
A Gregor.
A Gregor of punk.
No.
Yeah.
A snotter.
A snotter.
Oh, that's disingenuous of the to the punk. the punks. Anti-Nowhere League, The Exploited, Infra Riot, The Threats, and Vice Squad played Sunday, February the 28th, 1982. I had to listen to Anti-Nowhere. Well, actually, I had listened to The Exploited, Infra Riot.
Yeah.
And I couldn't listen to Anti-Nowhere League because the Tidal app that I used to listen to music, it just wouldn't play it. It went, no. It said no. It basically said, well, I'm not playing this.
Yeah.
Cannot play this. Too many errors. And I was like, oh, well, that's a shame. But I listened to The Exploited and Infra Riot. Exploited, oh, mate. To me, it just sounded, I think I said that to someone the other day there on Ian White. Is it Ian White? Someone. Ian, anyway. I said, Craig White, that's his name. I think I just said it sounded a bit more like, it was like proto thrash metal. It was really, it's really like kind of thrash metal. And I think some songs by The Exploited were done by some heavy, like Bay Area heavy metal bands, thrash bands like Anthrax type bands. It was all right. It was like that, but the words, some of the words were just ridiculous. Yeah. Like,
I always thought, I mean, I would love to have seen a video of that gig because it must have been mental.
Yeah.
And I think the garbage would have been high, mate, because that was right in the middle of the garbage period, wasn't it?
Well, I did go back to the website, www.glasgowapollo.com for some information.
That's handy. That you should do that if you've ever played at the Apollo. It's quite handy.
Yeah. Who played? Who was the support? Anyway, dead easy to find out. Just go who played at Glasgow Apollo. I'm not saying anything, but that's where I'd go first. Yeah. But was the guy from Animal from the Anti-Nowhere League. I think he played. They played, and he said because everyone's, I don't know why they do this, but everyone was spitting on each other, and he spat, but obviously the distance was too far to reach the punters pogoing about, and it landed on one of the bouncers. He said, and on his head, and he the bouncer made it plain that he'd be getting a doing.
Aye.
For that, and he didn't know this had happened, but the singer from The Exploited, Watty, Big Watty, came up and explained the situation to him and said, the bouncers are going to get you. You're getting it. So they made a swift exit after, a quick exit after their set.
Yeah.
Straight out, I think. So that's what happened at that gig. I'm sure there was a fair lot of...
They should have watched Just a Boys Game, talking about Frankie Miller. They should have watched that before they played that gig, because that would have described Glasgow at the time. Anyway.
Yeah. Animal, you're teasing. Oh, you animal, McCafferty. What? Anyway, sorry, I've gone a bit Frankie Miller there.
No, you have gone a bit.
McCafferty. Bucks Fizz.
That's Rebus.
No, McCafferty is in.
I know. I'm just saying it sounds like Rebus.
It isn't Rebus too. You're quite right too.
I know I'm quite right.
Cosmo, what's his name? Cosmo, mad guy. He looks so mad. Bucks Fizz played Friday, March the 4th, 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what can we say about Bucks Fizz?
Well, they recorded tracks at that night, and it was on their single, wasn't it?
Yes, you're quite right.
I'm quite right. Yeah.
I should have said I can't make up my mind about.
Oh.
Ba-boom.
Thank
you. I thank you all. Is this on?
It's there, yeah. It's there.
Whitesnake and Great White played March the 1st, 1984.
So much chest hair. So much chest hair.
So much chest hair, and that was just me.
Aye.
When I was a young whippersnapper. Was I 17 then? 17.
It's a good gig.
It was a good gig. And recorded for Radio Clyde. Played the next week on the Tom Russell Rock Show. Hi, Tom Russell. tonight we have a special.
Tom confirmed today he's coming on the 17th of June.
Brilliant.
Yeah, got a note for him. So that's good news.
Excellent.
Isn't it? It's great news.
That is great news.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well
good
done,
to see
mate.
Tom. But that was a good gig, and if you want to go and listen to it on the YouTubes, it's on the YouTubes.
It's a very good recording.
The whole
as well.
thing. Well, it's a live album. It's remixed from. It was a
Yeah.
Slide It In tour with John Sykes and the lads. Who was it? Was it Mel Galley? Was he still there?
I think it was Mel
Mel
Galley.
Galley was still there. Yeah. Good gig.
It's good.
Good gig. And I listened to the keyboard solo, John Lord keyboard solo. I can't remember at the time, but I listened to it now. It's a great keyboard solo. He does a bit of "I Belong to Glasgow" in it.
Aye.
And it's surprising that not a lot of people are singing along. But then he goes in, he's playing. It's very, it's great. And then he does Scotland the Brave, and everyone's just going, no. We're not singing the words. I don't know the words, but they're not singing the words.
Either,
but it's funny. Scotland the Brave. That's the bit I know. Didn't get enough at school. Didn't get enough of that at school.
If you're tuning
I went to them funny schools.
If you're tuning in for the first time, Andy hasn't been drinking because it's only 8 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't been drinking because I don't have any drink in the house.
Tea.
Well done. Let's just see.
I'm sorry, you people have to put up with this nonsense.
Put up with this nonsense.
Change it over. See what's on the other channel.
Let me see if there's any. Pete over on YouTube obviously liked a bit of the punk and enjoyed it. And he's talking about Watty and how he couldn't stand sometimes when he was at gigs, and that's just Pete. Never mind Watty. But that was pretty. I do. There's something about that gig.
What he couldn't stand?
Couldn't stand. He was so pissed.
He was so pissed. All right.
And here's another one here from
mate.
Yeah.
Boots is going to take a drink for FFS. Mate, I haven't had a drink for a year and 3 months.
Can you imagine what he's like with a drink? Can you imagine it?
I don't need a drink. I'm really this bad. Good. No, I'm not. Sometimes I'm rubbish. Sometimes I'm really rubbish.
Degrees of rubbishness. Kenneth Brown saying didn't start going to the Apollo until 79. You were 2 years quicker than me, mate. Before me.
Yep, that's fine.
Met Pete. Oh, did you? After the show, he was really interested in one of the bootlegs that he signed for me. He went. Oh, very good, excellent. I do love that man's voice. Gives me the shivers every time I hear it.
Sounds like the guy from Manila.
No, I mean I think he does try and copy that the singer that left 30 years ago. But anyway, oh dear, does my head in. I might have a drink, but Samantha's out at her friend's house and will probably call me about midnight and say, "Come and get me." She's posh; she doesn't speak like that. But
she's not from Carluke.
Right, I can't bear this. I need to move on here, mate.
Clyde White Taxis is not working. There's no cabs available. Come and get me.
Yeah, but right, Pete, you're right. Glasgow Punk. I would have loved. Honestly, I would love to have seen a recording of that. Not, I mean, the music would just be a noise to me, but I would love to have seen the crowd.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. He says that. I've got a Motorhead t-shirt on, and I'm saying the music would just be a noise. Yeah. Oh, shite again. And
there's not much difference between Motorhead and
Exploited
that style.
No, there's not.
It's just harder. Motorhead's faster.
Aye.
And louder.
Is that a compliment, do you think?
What?
The Saint and Greavesy show tonight?
Yeah, I think it is. That's great. I loved Saint and Greavesy.
I like Saint and Greavesy. Who'd be who, though?
Well, I'm Greavesy. Look.
You're the baldy one? Aye, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And you're the straight man.
The drunk Scotsman.
Straight man.
That's just I'm sure the whole thing's bloody odd. You imagine if some of these poor people some of these poor people just tuned in for for the first time, thinking this would be like off the ball or something. Jesus Christ!
Well, you keep saying it's like off the ball.
Well, I do.
Nothing
But
like
no,
off the ball.
Punks went to Motorhead gigs. They did.
They did.
Used to see them a lot. But yeah, you're right, Boots. Both did. Great guys, great footballers. Yeah, much missed. I used to love them. Right, we're up to date. So let's hear about what's been happening in the socials this week.
Oh, geez.
Right then. New member news. Been a lot again.
Yeah, I keep ditching them.
What, kicking them out?
Yeah.
Not very nice. Why?
They're just messing about.
Well, if they're a numpty, they've got no chance. This is why it's so funny when Facebook give us banners and stuff, because we spend half our bloody week banning people and kicking them out.
I know.
It's really
I'm
funny.
Like, why are you posting that? It's a picture of a big snake coming out of some water. What? Why? Why?
But,
There's no point.
Right. Have you got your notes yet? Have you got your notes?
I've got my notes. Yes, I have my notes.
There's some feedback. There's some feedback from you. Not drinking for over a year is odd to me. Yeah, I agree with you, Peter.
Well, that's your prerogative.
I like the pause. That was good. That was quite professional. That was quite
I was thinking of it. No swearing, mate.
Control.
Right.
Excellent.
Okay. Control.
Socials.
That's what I'm trying to maintain control. Right. Socials.
Right. Okay.
Socials. The socials on the socials. We had 6,900 people active this week. Very good. Thank you very much. 59 posts, and for all those 59 posts, there was 1,150 comments, which is amazing. Pretty good. 38,000 people viewed the pages, which is very good. And
38,000.
Yeah. Well, 37,770. I just rounded it up.
Come on, round it up. Not good.
All right. Well, I could just say 37,778 people. It probably was 38,000 now, because that was last night. New members. We have 40 new members, because I bailed out about 50 mad punters. Just posting nonsense. Yeah. Which there's no interest in. And we've got 11,129 members.
Ooh.
Thank you very much for joining.
Fantastic.
If you're on Facebook, like and subscribe. No, if you're on YouTube, like.
Oh, the YouTubes, you mean?
Like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, just
what are you doing? Yeah, absolutely.
Why are you liking and subscribing? It doesn't even work there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
If you haven't been in, a couple of people this week actually text me saying, I didn't realise you had a YouTube channel.
Oh, right.
So there it is. It's www.youtube.com/Glasgow Apollo Live. And
it's actually not that.
It is.
Is it?
Aye.
Type that in. Click that link. See where it goes.
It does work. It works. Trust me, it works. It works. Yes.
YouTube
does that. If your channel has a certain amount of members, it doesn't take away the funny YouTube link, but it does work with that. It's really odd. YouTube is it's not quite as bad as the Facebooks, but it does have its moments. It definitely has.
I've only got 10 comments. This thing just does not update.
It's not updating, mate. It's not updating. There's a couple of things I really liked, and this is quite predictable, but these pictures came up from Tam Black.
Oh yeah.
And I particularly like the one on the left. Ogedi and Alec. I think that's a brilliant picture. And is that a Moog, that thing?
I believe it is, yes.
I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. But so 1978, fantastic. God, I wish I'd been there. I was only 12. I could have been there the way. Could have been there.
You could have been there, mate.
Aye.
Could have been. I don't know if your dad would have taken you.
Can you imagine my dad at a Rush concert? I mean, what would that be like? God, it would do. Oh God, I can't imagine it. No.
Yeah.
I wish you
You'd
hadn't.
be,
I wish you hadn't said. I'm now imagining it. You see, that's the problem.
Just visualize your dad up the back
Oh,
doing a
God.
crossword or something.
He'd be sitting there with his hair greased back like he used to have in 1978, looking like a
Right.
sort of a poor man's Cliff Richard trying to be a poor man's Elvis. I remember him putting that Brill cream on. Do you remember the Brill cream? Oh God! Oh
No, I don't think that my dad had the. He didn't have the Brill cream. I don't think he did. Not at that time when I was a skid. He'd some long hair.
He's still got long hair, does he know?
Yeah, I think so.
More,
Same as myself. Yeah, he does have long hair. Yeah.
But what else is saying? Somebody else saying, "What's this?" All right. Oh, someone's just going, "Hello, nice to see you, Jared."
There's David Renfrew saying, "Try being dry for 10 years." Mate, that's
well
good.
Done.
Good on you.
Yeah, well done.
Good on you.
Absolutely.
Good on you.
I think that's
great.
Quite acceptable if it's what you want to do. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
The other
I
thing,
went to last year. I went to the pub. Right, I was in the pub, and this guy said, "Yeah, what you want?" And I said, "I'm not drinking." He went, "Why?" I was like, "Mate, I do not have to justify my decision about not drinking to you." And he's going, "Yeah, but why?" And I'm going, "Mate, it's really none of your business."
Exactly. Yeah.
And then he got annoyed at me, and I was like, "Mate, yeah, I don't have to tell you why. I just don't want to." And I was telling him then, but I said, "I don't have to tell you." And he's going, "Anyway, we're digressing. We're getting away from this. Anyway, carry on."
It's a good digress. So the other things I liked on the socials this week, these two things come in.
Oh, yes.
There was I don't think that picture's from the Apollo of Paul Rogers, but what a brilliant picture.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the dynamic of that picture with his arm going and he's concentrating. Brilliant. Yeah. What a singer.
What a singer.
Absolutely incredible.
Good singer.
And he's into somebody told me this week that he's into animal welfare as well in quite a big way. So that's quite nice.
Right.
I've only seen him about, I don't know, 5 times maybe.
Shut up. I haven't seen him at all.
You've never seen Paul Rogers?
I've seen all of Bad Company apart from Paul Rogers.
Oh, I'm going to have to talk about Paul Rogers for you, well then, everybody. First time I saw him was the Firm in Edinburgh. You remember the Firm?
Yes, I remember the Firm. Yes.
Where somebody tried to play guitar because he'd actually forgotten how to play guitar, but he was getting slightly better at that point.
Right.
Do you remember that Jimmy Page? He came on the tube when he was making his comeback, and he couldn't remember how to play the guitar because I hadn't played it for that long.
Oh, I did watch. Yeah, I did watch the one of the Nebworth gigs from Led Zeppelin.
Which one?
He looked a wee bit out of it.
Oh, they're wasted.
I don't know, August the 14th or something. I don't know. Can't remember.
But they went a bit weird near the end Zeppelin. But anyway, I think I saw him with the Firm, and then I saw him with Bad Company. But that was kind of.
I know you sent me that. You sent me that video of that. You bugger.
And the bit with the white piano was particularly good. I remember. But then I saw him with. I saw him at the Armadillo as well. That was a terrible night. I mean, he was good. He had. Do you remember the singer from Def Leppard had a sort of Mott the Hoople thing, and he supported Paul Rogers and playing
Joe Elliott and something.
Aye, they were better. I mean, they were okay, but the crowd, it was like, honestly, it was like a pensioners' convention.
Oh dear, was that the one that was filmed?
No, that somebody else asked me that this week as well. I think that was the year before the one that got filmed.
Right.
And they must have brought a bunch of lads in for Barlanark or something for that, because there was a much better atmosphere at that. But it was, honest to God, it was like being at Aberdeen watching a football match. It was all these ruggies, sort of. It was terrible. It's really bad. I've got a record. I think I sent you a copy of that one as well because I recorded it. Yeah, and then I saw him in Edinburgh, in the venue, and that was the best time I saw him. Yeah, because his solo stuff never did that well, did it?
You saw Paul Rogers in the venue?
Yeah, the Muddy Waters album. Remember the Muddy Waters album?
You saw that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not happy about that.
Oh no, I'm just going on about it because you weren't there. That's why I'm going. Because if
Right.
you'd said you'd seen him, I wouldn't have been going on about it.
Oh,
But
right.
I think he's better in bad company, and I wish he was still in Free. But that's not possible. But
Well, he's doing his best with that
what a
free
singer.
spirit stuff. that he did.
Aye, still got a great voice. He hasn't lost his voice at all.
Yeah.
It's
The
fantastic.
Royal Sessions is a good album too.
Aye, I agree. Actually, no,
I
you're
like
right.
that one.
You're right. No,
I
you're
like
right. But there's Pete saying the venue was okay for. I love the venue, Pete. I thought it was I'm talking about the venue in Edinburgh, but the venue was brilliant. I loved the place. I lived in that place for years. Then the other thing that was good this week. What are you saying?
Joe Elliott's Down and Outs.
That's the one. Thank you very much.
That was Ian Bamford letting us know that. Yeah.
They were quite good. I quite liked them.
Yeah.
This week in particular, now I've got his name. It's William Brown. Willie Brown.
Yep.
Yeah.
William Brown.
The 3D model.
Willie Brown.
What a job he's doing, eh? I don't know if you're on tonight, Willie.
He's doing a great job.
Look at that.
He's doing a great job.
Now, what he's got to do now is learn how to do tumbling 3D, and then he's going to have to post everybody a wee pot of patchouli oil and piss, so we can all pretend we're back in the Apollo.
Well, he's doing another. That's what we were saying. He's learning another application now, because although Sweet Home 3D is pretty good, it's probably the one he'll be using gives a more realistic render. I mean, that would do. That would be good, but Sweet Home 3D is pretty good. But the other one, Autodesk one, he's going to be using. He's going to have to do some training on that. But
thanks again.
It'll turn out great.
I think it's been
and thanks William for doing it. It's a big
job. But it's been a great collaboration between the people in this group, and
it's great.
It's been fantastic. And we'll have him on the show because it really has been quite an effort. He's put so much effort into it. It's brilliant. Yeah. There's Mike just saying that Paul Rogers, the greatest voice on the planet. I completely agree. Just ahead of Danny Bowes. Absolutely brilliant.
Just ahead.
I love Danny.
I think Danny Bowes would be going.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
What are you talking about? Paul Rogers
I'm just giving Danny some feedback. And then Kenny Brown's saying here that this looks like the upper. I think it was the upper circle, because I remember Cheryl saying it really looked like where she used to sit or whatever.
Yeah.
I was never in the upper circle. Never there.
I don't know what David Renfrew's. He's on Facebook and he's saying, sounds like a Bill Hicks moment when a waitress asked him why he was reading the book instead of watching the television. Looks like we got ourselves a reader. Got a reader. You've got a reader here.
If you've never heard of Bill Hicks, folks, get to Bill Hicks on YouTube. He was an absolute genius. One of the funniest men ever.
Just change the names of the protagonists in the political comedy, and it's exactly the same. You just change the name. The only time I was in the upper circle, Genesis. The only time I was ever in the upper circle, Kenny, was when I was collected someone from the upper circle and who's dead? No, he's not dead.
Is this Frankie Miller?
Yeah, he's not dead.
Have a look, mate. Hang on.
No, he's not. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're talking about, Pete. Sorry, I can't quite catch your thread. The only time I was up in the upper circle was when I was collecting someone to take them back down to the stalls.
Yeah.
And I had a look over the edge, and I went, "No, this is not for me. I'm not going. I don't want to be up here."
Yeah.
That was a bit scary. That.
There's nothing on the Frankie Miller website.
Okay. No, he's talking about Bill Hicks.
I see. He's well dead. Yeah, no, he died ages ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood there, Pete.
Sorry, mate. I was getting you mixed up. Sorry, man. Easy done on the chat. Just jumps about a bit. Upper circle. Ian Bamford was at the upper circle for Rainbow. Very scary. Well, it would be. That would be scary.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Also, being in the upper circle would have been scary too. Depends on your version of rainbow. I mean,
Yes.
if it was a Dio rainbow,
Oh,
fantastic.
absolutely magical.
If it was a Jolene Turner rainbow,
I'd have been in the bar. I'd have been in the burn south.
he's a great singer, though.
Great singer. But
Questionable fashion sense.
now we're experts in fashion, mate. Come on.
We are, mate.
Yeah.
If you have an opinion, you are an expert.
Exactly right. We're going to move on quickly because this has just gone downhill so rapidly, and we've done an hour already. Now, we promised on the socials that we'd actually play some of these this week, and there's 2 or 3 of them we haven't played very often, and I'm going to play them. Now, what this is about is that as we start dying off, our stories are going about the Apollo, and we're really trying to capture them. And if I have many more Guinness, I might be next to go. But we'd really love you to record your memories for the Apollo. And there's a couple here, 3 here, a short one and 2 proper ones, that I think just exemplify how brilliant these stories can be. So sit back, grab yourself a wee dram, and watch these guys telling their stories about the Glasgow Apollo. I absolutely love these, mate. I love them.
Can you hear them? The Glasgow Apollo choir is in full swing again. And look, the doors are open. Let's go. Come on. April 22nd, 1974. That was my first gig, concert at the Glasgow Apollo. Deep Purple, Mark III. David Coverdale, Glenn Hughes just joined months earlier, maybe about 4 or 5 months earlier. Just toured the US, and they were just starting the UK tour. So they rolled in, and as I say, in April 22nd, and they were there for 2 nights. And we caught the first one. My brother's friend, Stuart, who's actually on this forum. Hey Stuart, he's in Oz right now, so hopefully he's staying safe, staying well. And his brother. And we all went along that night, and it was quite a gig. I remember many things. I remember walking into the place, and it was dark, and even the lights were on, it was still dark. The Apollo stage was like a monstrous thing, like 25 feet in the air. I couldn't believe that, I was even there, looking around, glancing, all the circle boxes and everything. It was overwhelming. Support band came on after about 25 minutes, half an hour. Just this little singer stood in the front stage, long, dark, curly hair, but with an amazing voice to match. And needless to say, I took a healthy interest in this guy's career. But more about that later. So they went on, actually got a good reception. Then there was this big lull, and then the lights went down, and the noise just was nuts. It was just unbelievable. Tuning of the guitars, the drums, and then Purple just launched into burn. Incredible just sight of all the lights flashing, and this amazing amount of like a sea of dry ice, the smoke coming off the stage, falling into the stalls, probably choking these poor sods down at the bottom who were in the front stalls. And Purple were on fire that night. They were just incredible. Burn, Might Just Take Your Life, Lay Down, Stay Down, pretty much all the songs from, I think pretty much almost the whole album, maybe 1 or 2 songs they missed. Incredible. As I say, they were all in their element. Coverdale was reveling in it, you could tell. Glenn Hughes was doing his usual gunslinger kind of guitar, bass guitar, white satin suit. John Lord, shaggy hair, denim jacket hanging over this battered piece of furniture, as he used to call it. Ian Pace, he looked like he'd broken sweat after about 2 minutes into burn. And of course you've got the guy on the right, the man in black, just strutting about like a peacock, just giving everyone signals, telling when to come in, when to come out. You can tell Purple was definitely his band. That was even before the next band. yeah, Purple were on fire. They were amazing that night. Everybody was, including Mr. Blackmore. John Lord's keyboard solo, immense, absolutely immense. The man's a genius. He was just one of the best musicians I think ever to come out of Great Britain. Ian Pace's solo, which I was immensely looking forward to. Again, very classy, a very solid but very classy drummer. Pacey still is. And of course you got Blackmore doing solos in between, in each song pretty much. But typical Blackmore, you just never know what you're going to get. I don't think even he knew what he was going to play half the time. It just, the natural guitarist who could just come up with just the most amazing licks and solos that are just incredible. I remember one for Intro to You Fool No One, and grabbing a Coke bottle and trying to do the intro as a bottleneck, and I completely blew it. What's going to happen now? Is he going to storm off? Is he going to go in the half? Whatever. So, but he didn't. He just grabbed the actual real bottleneck from the top of the amp and then played it even more frantically. The crowd went even more bananas, and that was just it was just one of those nights that just wasn't going to belong. He was in his element. He was enjoying it. Then came Space Truckin', great song. You know, it's one of these classic Purple songs, which I didn't even realise had different parts of other Purple albums, from Machine Head and even Fireball, which I thought Blackmore just couldn't stand. But there you go. It's a very clever song when they play it that way. And end part is just him just smashing the old axe against the stage, and then basically climbing up on top of the amps and, you know, going through the melee and throwing the guitar up in the air and missing it and everything, you know, great climax to a show. So then of course they wander off and you're thinking, are they coming back? Are they eventually coming back? Yes, they do. And then they go into a song which I don't think many people really thought they would. It was called Going Down, Freddie King's song, and it was just a jam, it's like a party song. So that was it. Walked out of there, my ears were absolutely shot. They were shot for like 4 days, and I just remember one night walking back up to the bus, and it was raining, of course, and we all got in the bus and went up the back of the bus. My brother took out his tape recording, which he managed to smuggle in, and started playing the tape back, and people back in the bus were just been at the gig, so we were all talking about it and we were trying to relive it, and most of it you couldn't hear. It was just an inaudible mess, but it was, you know, it was just a nice memento for the end of the night. Purple, well, Blackmore managed to finish that tour, did another one with Stormbringer, and then he chucked it, and then formed Rainbow with, of course, Ronnie James Dio, who was the lead singer of that support act on that night, Elf. So, you know, I saw Ronnie and Richie, Cozy, Bob Daisley, David Stone, Rainbow in '77. Unfortunately, Blackmore threw a moody that night, mostly down to he almost falling off the stage apparently. He just wasn't into that night, and he pretty much showed his displeasure by not even coming on for an encore, so it kind of ended pretty ugly. And then I saw Rainbow again, 80, and it was at Ingolston, cold February, I think it was February 22nd, and they were immense. It was everything you could expect. Everything was just, it was a 9 out of 10, not a 10. Of course you get the guitar smash as well. And then in 81 I saw him again, this time with Jolene Turner, but nah, wasn't for me. Just, you know, too much posing, and I think even Blackmore told him just stand there. But anyway, that was that. But you never forget your first concert, that is. And so that was it. Deep Purple, April 22nd, 1974. That's all she wrote.
My first gig at the Glasgow Apollo was on Thursday the 27th of November 1975, and it was to see Uriah Heep. A few months earlier I'd been to everybody's favourite record shop and bought this album, which is the best of Uriah Heep. This was the album the band were touring at the time. So I lived in the west coast of Scotland, so very rarely in Glasgow, so I tended to buy most of my tickets mail order. So this Thursday night of the concert was the first time I'd actually ever stepped inside the Apollo. Now everybody talks about their first experiences, you know, the height of the stage, the sticky carpets, the decor, the smell of the place. But my first experience was of the merchandise stall, and I remember it was set up just inside the foyer, and the guy behind the counter, I think he was more lubricated than I was. So when I handed over the money to buy my merchandise, he said, double or quits, mate. And before I could argue about it, he'd already flipped a coin and I'd lost. So he handed me some change, and then he proceeded to hand me back my original money. So I ended up winning there. I still have some of that merchandise. This is that's the original program which I have. I've also got the original badge, which I bought, and strangest of all, I still have the original patch, which is on this old denim shirt, which has probably graced the Apollo as many times as I have. In fact, there's a Thin Lizzy patch from the following year, the 1976 Johnny the Fox tour. So, in fact, the shirt still smells of the Apollo, believe it or not. But anyway, I remember my friend Graham and and the one thing I haven't got is my ticket stub. I've got all this memorabilia, but I haven't got my ticket stub. So I'm not quite sure exactly what seat we were sitting in the stalls, but I do remember it was down the left-hand side, and it was just into the centre, and there were quite good seats. But I remember the support was just finished, and it was a guy called Tim Rose, and we'd never heard of him, but he is quite a well-known singer-songwriter. So his set had just finished, and then obviously the lights came on and the changeover, so you get a chance to look around and think, my God, look at this place. And then when Uriah Heep came on, unbelievable. It's still the days of the dry ice and the smoke and just overloading lights, and the band came on stage, David Byron, the lead singer, prancing about in silk trousers and a blouse, and it was just an incredible night. And of course, doing touring the Best Of album, they actually played every track on the album, so it was just a dream set list, absolutely tremendous. And that was the first of my 32 gigs there. Happy days.
How good was that?
I love that story. Double or quits.
Fantastic. If you've never thought about doing it, I hope that's made you think about doing it, because that was Doug, Mac and Ian doing their stuff. And as Max says in the comments there, he was heckling himself. He was very good, wasn't he? The Deep Purple story was brilliant as well. I loved that. They were all brilliant. We want more of these, because I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. I mean, I haven't seen them for a wee while now, a few months, so I think it was pretty cool seeing them again. So let's have some more. What are you laughing at? We're getting abuse somewhere, are we?
No, I was just laughing at it. Oh man, that's so annoying, that echo. I was just laughing at Ian's story, the double or quits thing.
It's very good. It's a good story.
Yeah.
So
double or quits, mate.
You can just hear it as well, can't you?
That's a good deal you got. Yeah.
Good comments there. There was one here. I've spoken to Glenn Hughes several times. Did he tell you he was the greatest singer in rock? I bet he did. Purple are my favourite rock band, but I do prefer Mac too. Me too. Anyway, and Ian's obviously been drinking. I'm not even going to read that one out. Yeah. This is weird to heckle yourself. Yes. Yeah, Mac. Well, you did a good job of that, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was very good. That was very good. That one. I like it. Yes, Ian, you can do another one if you like.
Yeah, and Derek, you can do one as well. Which mate, I would love if you did one, Derek.
You should have. You've got heaps of stories, mate. Come on.
We could probably sit down for about 3 hours and make about 20 for you, mate. So, so anyway, absolutely great. Well done, guys. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. So,
and how difficult is it to do this, Scott?
That's a very good question, Andrew.
Right.
And it's not difficult at all. Literally, all you do is get your iPhone and talk to it, and then send it to me and Andy, and we'll edit it. Like that, the Ian Bamford one, that's what Ian did. Ian did that, spoke to it, and sent it to us, and we edited it for him and put all that nonsense in it to make it look a bit flashier. But that's how easy it is. And you only
Smoke.
it's a bit cheesy, but it's quite appropriate. But on that, Uriah Heep. Now, I'm ashamed to say I never got into Uriah Heep. Did you get into Uriah Heep?
Just the last, probably the.
I mean, Easy Living and stuff I know, but I don't.
No, the last album, but it's not your classic. It's more your foreigner type, American style. What was the song? Midnight. They've got a song. It's Midnight. It's got Midnight in the title of it. It's a brilliant song. It could have been a foreigner song. It was so good.
Look at that. Oh, Derek McAdam, I'm going. We'll do soon. Yes.
Yes, Derek.
Good man.
Come on.
Excellent. That'll be fabulous. And we're lacking female contributions. So, ladies, come on.
Yeah.
Let's get some videos from the ladies as well, please. That'd be good.
Yeah.
And let's not go down where Bootsy's mind is currently going. We're not going there, Boots. But it'd be great to see some more videos from everybody. So, and on that subject, on the 17th of June, we're having our get together. Now, I must apologise because I haven't looked at how many tickets are sold this week. I think we've only got 6 left. Again, it's gone up and down a wee bit because people have been getting refunds, but I think we're at 74 now, I think. So we've only got 6 tickets left, which is amazing. So if you want to come, please buy a ticket. There's the link. It's dead easy. Just glasgowapollo.com/tickets, and that'll take you right there. Don't worry that it's Eventbrite. They're not Ticketmaster. They're not going to screw you. And it's only a £5. That includes the booking fee. It's all in the one price. So please join us. It'd be absolutely fantastic. And the good news is Andy's not going to be there, so it's not too bad. Right. He's just shaking his head. He is going to be there because I'm going to have him on the phone for the whole night.
Just cuts me deep, mate. Cuts me deep. This gut rock feeling.
Oh God.
Get inside.
Good song, I have to say. Byron's Heat were fantastic.
Mate, that is my whole life. I just walk around and people say stuff and I hear a song.
Frankie Miller song or any song. But
punks get more checks. I don't know.
There isn't any recordings of Frankie Miller at the Apollo. Isn't that mental?
At the Apollo.
Yeah.
Well, there probably is, but we haven't.
We haven't got them yet. We've not got them yet. Which is probably a really good point to give the boys over there a wee bit of a plug. As always, we're very grateful to the team over at Rescued Recordings for collecting all these recordings for us. We're getting towards 400. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And we do really appreciate it. And if you get a chance, folks, and you want to be joined, just go to Rescue Recordings, send Jack a little ping, and he'll invite you in as a member. And it's a not-for-profit site. It's just absolutely fantastic. So thanks to Jack.
I had a good wee Facebook chat with Jack this week.
Oh, did you? How's he doing?
He's fine. Yeah, he's good. He was just telling me about what he's putting up. And it was good wee chat. Yeah. Nothing more. It was a good wee chat.
Fine. And then Graham's saying, I'll do one on the gig that I wished I had been at. Good idea. Work that one out. Oh no. Yeah.
Marillion.
Yeah, Marillion, there you go.
No,
all right, okay. It was sold out, you couldn't get a ticket anyway.
David Essex.
David Essex.
Bucks Fizz.
Punks get more chicks. Is that a sort of comment about a song by I don't know, Duran or something, or is it a statement about the sexual prowess of punks?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a lyric from a song? T-Rex, I think it is.
Could be. Right. Okay. Maybe.
We don't know. We're a bit obtuse.
No idea. Can you imagine him in a punk band? Could I imagine him in a punk band?
Right. Okay.
Don't think I can imagine Mark Bolan in a punk band. Anyway, right. So that's almost it for tonight. But we do have some music now. We've only had about maybe 3 recordings from support
What?
acts.
I'm looking at someone's, when you like and say stuff, like they like things. A guy, Frank McLean's angry.
Is he? Why are you angry, Frank?
I don't know why he's angry.
Oh.
I don't know.
Have some bucky. It's always, it does the job. But if we've offended you, we're not sorry.
Bernie Shaw, Bernie Shaw. I thought he's a good singer though.
Bernie Shaw, he was a good singer.
Yeah, he's a good singer.
Pete plays classical guitar. Nice. I used to try and play classical guitar, but wasn't very good at it. Right, so tonight's music, we're going to have.
You wanted to play.
Yeah.
Toccata.
Well, I could play I could play Toccata.
Yeah, me too. One note.
It's not that hard.
I could play one note.
I could play. Actually, I could play. I could play it with more than one note at one point, but then my fingers fit and I got a big lump in my hand now because it a big lump. Anyway, so tonight it's a support act, and it's rare that we have a support act on the show because very few of them were recorded. You remember we had Huey Lewis singing in support, and who was the other one? It was Clover. Yeah, who was the other band? The support act was it? It was Heavy Petty. It was Wasted. That was the other one, wasn't it? I remember us having Wasted. So tonight it's the wonderful The Alarm, and I really like this lot. I've always liked them. I can play the Booree as well. I used to be able to play it. Can't remember. Do you remember Jethro Tull did a version of that, which was pretty good? Yeah, I bet I play it a lot worse than you, Pete. But so this is The Alarm, Giving It Loudy, with probably their biggest hit, I think. I don't think there was a bigger one than this.
If you don't play the big hit, I'm going to be...
What?
If you don't play the song that I think you're going to play, I'll be like, oh my God, he's done it.
Do you know what song it's going to be?
It's another Intruder moment.
Oh, no, it's not. It's what you expect. 68 guns! That better?
They're trying to take my life away. Forever young, I cannot stay. Hey! On every corner, I can see them back. They don't know my name, they don't know my kind. They're after you, with their promises. They're after you to sign your life away. Shout, yeah, yo. 68 guns who never die. 68 guns on battle cry. 68 guns. 68 guns. The 68. On the back streets, that's a home from home. The painted walls are all we've ever known. Yeah. The guns forever, but that's our battle cry. It is the flag that we fly so high. Forever it takes, they'll try and drag us down. Drag us down and down. I cry with anger, I have no cry. What about it? Yeah, yo. 68 guns who never die. 68 guns on battle cry. 68 guns who never die. 68 guns on battle cry. 68 guns. 68 guns. Upon the terrace, can I hear the crowd roar? Down in the subway, can I hear them whisper? the raging glory of the years. We never once thought of the fears for what we'd do when the battle cry was over. Nothing lasts forever. It's all they seem to tell you when you're young. Won't you give me your hands? Won't you give me your hands? Won't you reach for the sky? Won't you give me your hands? Yeah, yo. Yeah, yo. Yeah, yo. Yeah, yo. When you're young, have no illusion, no disillusion. 60 acres. One more time. The 68 gun. Thank you. You got anything left to this? You got anything left? How much?
Fantastic. It's a brilliant song, that. Isn't that a good song? Great recording as well. So that was from the Welsh band, The Alarm, who started life off as a band called The Toilets. And the song, that song, 68 Cunt, is actually about Glasgow. And it's about, it's about, you might read a book about Glasgow gangs back in the 60s. And he made up, well, there's conflict, and I've read different versions of this, but he made up a gang from that book about the Glasgow gangs called the 68 Guns. So that's what the song's about. It's about a Glasgow street gang. And that was it's pretty cool. I don't think many folk know that, but if you Google it, you'll find it. It's all over the Google sphere.
On the Gamma album, there's a track called Razor Gangs.
Right? Oh, is there?
And I was thinking, I wonder if Davy Patterson wrote this one.
Could be.
And he did. He wrote the words. I think.
It's all
about Razor Gangs and everything. Yeah.
So we've got Frankie Miller dying. We've got Frankie Miller being a gangster in a film about Glasgow gangs. We've got
Frankie Miller's not dead.
I know he's not. We've got Mike Peters writing about a Glasgow gang and writing their biggest hit in the United Kingdom called 60. This is a bit cosmic, mate. We're getting into some Razor
King. Yeah. Derek's sorting me out there. Razor King. Great song.
Comment. I mean, there was more key changes in that than a Rush introduction. I mean, that was very impressive, the number of key changes in that song, but it really worked. Yeah. James is in and he's saying it's a bit like if Billy Bragg and the Clash had a Wayne. Yeah, it's not bad actually, mate. I can see that definitely.
There was a part in it where I thought, they could be going into London Calling there.
Aye. And Pete's saying he plays some Alarm songs and himself, and a bit of a key change there. You're quite right. It was early for them, and it's such a shame because Mike's not well, isn't he? He's very ill, but he's still touring. So I can't remember. It's not nice. It's horrible. But nice. I saw him fronting a Big Country, and he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it was at a little festival here in the Cotswolds, and it was absolutely magic. So he was, and he really can pull off. I mean, he's a good singer, you know. It was
Pete on YouTube saying you can hear where you two ripped them off.
I think I agree. I think I agree.
Well, I don't know. There's more
guitar playing in the Alarm than there is in the.
Yeah, well, it's less echo.
Yeah,
for sure.
A racket.
Yeah, a good front man. He's a good front man. He is.
Great front man.
Really
Absolutely agree. Totally agree.
He invests in the song definitely.
Without a doubt. So we hope you enjoyed that. I think we did well that week. This week we swore a wee bit. We went a bit mad, but we did warn you. So if you're still watching, it's your own fault. We've got a grumpy face. I don't know why we got a grumpy face. Tell us about a grumpy face. I mean, I don't really care if I offend people, but if we've done something wrong.
Maybe you hit the wrong thing.
Aye, but
I'd like to think you just hit the wrong button, mate. That's it.
There's a question there. Look, that's a good question from James. Has 68 guns influenced Green Day's 21 guns? Green Day are quite good at the 3 chords to play, but anyway, no idea, James. Look it up, Googleize it and find out and tell us in the after show Zoom. And that's all. The next thing I need to tell you about, if you've never joined us before, we go from here to the Zoomosphere, and we have a few glasses of ginger fizzy water and tea, and chat about nonsense for about 5 hours. So if you fancy coming over, just www.glasgowapollo.com/Zoom. How easy! Look how easy that is.
You don't have to stay the full 5 hours.
No,
it's not really 5 hours.
It's not. It's maybe an hour.
4.5.
But it depends who's on. But so hope you enjoyed the show, folks. Now remember, as we said earlier, we've got tickets left for the 17th of June, and Mr. Muir has just been excelling himself with these t-shirts, and they're actually flying off the shelves, which is really nice. It really helps us to pay for software and
hosting,
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Hosting of the websites.
Hosting of the website, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks for your support.
I'm gonna do some more today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You doing any that we were at actually, rather than what everybody else was at?
Might do one that we were at, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll think about it. I've done it. I just don't know if I should do it.
Oh God. Well, you need to, because I want to wear these one at Bonfest.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll do them then. Well, I was thinking about doing a series. So, like you got your AC/DCs, you got your Stranglers, Leonard Scouts.
Yes.
You got your Proco Harems.
I forgot something, Andy. That alarm tune. I went and looked at www.glasgowapollo.com, where if you need to know if a band played, you go to. And I was just looking at the comments about the gig, and Ronnie, I don't know if you're in tonight, but someone called Shona Friend. I don't know if Shona still is involved in the site or anything. This is 10 years ago, Andy.
Right.
And she said the support band. So maybe there was a third band that night. The Kissing Bandits. Now I remember the Kissing Bandits.
Yeah.
And that was Ronnie Costley on vocals. Now, if you hadn't heard them, Ronnie did a song about the Apollo about 6 months ago, and we played it on the show. We had an exclusive launch for it on the show, and it's great. Harmony Row, it's called. We must play it again some night, actually, Andy.
Right.
And so, Ronnie, if
it pops into my Ronnie, I've got to let you know, it pops into my head regularly.
Aye. It's good. It's Green's a bit at the end is particularly catchy. But
the Harmony Row bit. Harmony Row.
Yeah.
Good.
And oh God, he's away again. And so now I know, Ronnie, you often watch on replay. So if you are watching on replay, Ronnie, let us know if you were there that night supporting the Alarm and Stiff Little Fingers. And I wish we had a good recording of the SLF gig as well, because I'd love to hear that.
I did ask Jack if it had been recorded, but he gave me a thumbs up, so I wasn't sure if that is yes or no, or he's just acknowledging the fact that it would be good. But it would be good if they had one.
It would be excellent.
They probably should have done one. Mr. Burns, if you're watching, did Radio Cloud record your gig?
Yeah, and he is a bit of an Apollo fan, is Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
More on that some other time.
And why wouldn't he be?
James is asking this is unusual for James asking a nonsensical question. Will there be a bonfire at Bonfest? And when you leave, will they say bon voyage? God. There's lots of bonfires because folk cook things like hot dogs and children after the gigs have gone off. So that
a bonfire.
But I'm not sure about
apart from
bonfire. Oh dear. Anyway, Bonfest I think is now sold out. John, if you're on, let us know. I think it is. I think they only had about 100 tickets left, and Massive Wagons are playing, so they're going quite quick, I think, because of Massive Wagons. So, anyway, thanks very much for tuning in, everybody. You've been watching and listening to Glasgow Apollo Live with me, Scott MacArthur.
And me, Andy Muir.
It'd be great to see you over on the Zooms. I'll just put it up one more time. And we've had a few new folk on of late, which is great. www.glasgowapollo.com/Zoom. Good night, and we'll see you next week with more of this nonsense. We're not sure if it'll be good or it's bad, but thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Something.